once I put together and I show people this marathon muscle, then this is like a rope. When you're doing that, do this. I want you to inhale here and then throw it up, down, in, up, stretch it.
All right, so yeah, what are you thinking?
All right, well, today, I mean, this is literally kind of like the first day back in the gym for me after, about a month of travel.
No gym visits in that whole month?
No real gym. I mean, other than just like stretching, calisthenics, but I really haven't been at the gym. I've been training primarily with body weight stuff out in the sun. I've been in Florida. I'm doing just beach workouts, ocean swim.
Okay, because I've been meaning to ask, what's the beach workout difference? Because I feel like there's no way you can argue that that's like a walk. You know, some people are like, oh, I went on a walk today. I feel like when you go to the beach, it's more than a walk.
No, beach work usually is, full body calisthenic warm up on a beach towel, a variety of, different ab exercises. I may bring a pair of light dumbbells just to get some blood flow. And then, of course, I swing my clubs. I use my Flex Master. So really, when I'm doing the beach workout, it's really just trying to get my whole body loosened up, alleviate nerve pain. And then once I feel like my core is totally tight, then I might jump in the ocean, maybe 15 to 30 minutes of a swim.
When you say swim, compare that to like doing a row machine. How intense are you swimming?
Just general stroke. I'll do just, butterfly and freestyle.
Okay, but you do triathlon, so your swimming is different than the guy who says, I'm swimming.
But I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro level swimmer, but I'm not a complete amateur out there flapping around.
So for people that maybe do Orange Theory, like how intense is your heart rate hitting for these?
I'd probably say maybe 140.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing crazy. Maybe 120 to 140. Just smooth and sustained. That's pretty much it. And then after that, I might do maybe a 10 to 15 minute barefoot jog on the beach, primarily for that effect of, barefoot running in the sand, activating a lot of those ligaments and tendons in the feet. And then after that, just some additional calisthenics to cool down, and that's it.
Do you get all the content on Instagram about how bad shoes are for your feet?
Oh yeah. Awesome.
Is there, what's the science, or what do you think of that?
Well, when you're immobilizing the foot, obviously you're binding it, right? So you're imagine if you put mittens on your hand, what that would do to your muscles in your forearms, right? You would not activate as many muscles in your forearms if you had mittens on all day. So by not using your fingers the same way you're not using your toes, so you're not getting that full activation throughout the floor.
Yeah. I've done the barefoot walks off the too. I think it helps.
Yeah.
My feet get disgusting and I have to take a shower immediately, but it's what I like it a lot more. Yeah. And I noticed my Achilles to calf soreness is not different. Whereas sometimes I can hit a workout and my calves will be wrecked and I don't even feel like my Achilles did anything.
Yeah.
I do a long one of those. It's very even. Like the soreness or the tightness of it.
Oh yeah.
All right. So what are you thinking for shoulders and tris?
Well, I'll tell you this right now, probably considering that, one thing I'm a huge advocate on is making the mind-muscle connection, right? And I probably highly doubt you've ever done a workout that sets the stage for your heavier workouts to activate ligaments, tendons, and capillaries and blood flow that you normally have not doing your conventional 6 to 8.
And I have the dead or pulled shoulder. This shoulder has severe anterior tilt. So whenever I do a deep tissue, it's always cupping for this. Cracks at this point every time. And it's from as a kid, I shot so many hoops in the driveway that my posture turned to where I was doing.
Even more of a reason to do the style of training.
Yeah.
To start out. So you almost got to reset your whole system. You got to think in terms of you're starting totally new. You're literally, I'm trying to rehabilitate your shoulders to the point where you can't be going in and doing heavy weight when you're dealing with any type of an imbalance. So the first thing we want to do is correct imbalances, and you can do that by using lighter weight, higher rep, different types of motions.
I'm ready to roll when you are.
All right. So first thing, you want to drag the camera over here?
Yep.
This is where we need you to. First thing I want you to do static hang. I want to take this bench, push you taller. So I want you to move this bar
up and over. Want bigger ones?
I want to just get rid of that bar. Put it down on the ground. All I want you to do here is I want you to do a static hang for as long as you can hang. Breathe without going crazy. Just slowly wiggle back and forth, adjust yourself a little bit.
Yeah, back's almost there.
Breathe.
There's the crack. Did you hear that?
Grip strength. Breathe. Breathe. Oh.
Here.
Yep, just like that. Pretty good.
Basic crack, yeah.
It's pretty good setting.
Leg drop.
Yeah, you can drop.
My lats were so sore. My buddy came here for the first time in a month the other night.
Yeah.
And I wasn't lifting very hard, and I couldn't feel both of us. And I was gonna do the cupping, and I forgot it.
Yeah.
And I was okay with it. Have you done that?
Cupping that, yeah.
You've never done it?
No.
I don't think it's like a permanent fix type thing, but I do a lot of deep tissue, and the ability to move 2 days later was way like much helping. Like there's one guy who has like the heavy elbows, and like his hurt and you feel better afterwards, and you're kind of tight and it feels good. Like I have this area that gets cold, and they put one right here. Now I've never seen they can move it. But they put a little lotion on it, and he pulled it up and over down onto my like rotator cuff rib delt, and something cracked, or like the fascia was in the back of it never happened, and it didn't crack for like 8 hours.
No way.
And then
Really? So see, if you come down at the end, you get to where you just start your fingertips.
you're going down.
Yeah, when you start sliding down, and then that's when you know you can't have it anymore. So you want to start with full hold.
Does that touch a different part of the back?
Yeah. It's just, what it does, it's just literally, it's almost stretching everything. So you want to start with the upper grip like that. And then once you start wearing out, then slowly kind of slide down. So that you're...
Want to do that?
We can still do the other.
Yeah, it's already out here, yeah. That's crazy how much I feel. Do you get that, or do you think that's 3?
I get it. Now that's where you want to like really see like how much you can take it and down.
Yeah, that's different.
Now from there, go in here. So I want you to put your hands up like this. So you're doing like a downward dog. Hands a little more ahead of your, there you go, like that.
Feet together apart.
Knee blocked. But try to put your heels back on the ground. You want all of this, all that strength. Now, and then you want to lean forward, because what we're trying to do here, we're trying to get tension in the upper body. So do a couple like cobra push-ups. So, and don't let your stomach or your groin hit the ground. Yeah. And then nail up. Now, even though you're moving, what this is doing, it's keeping constant tension on the shoulders. See, because I got a bad hip, you're flat like you're going. And when you're back up here, keep your palms down. Really try to, so your feet are flat, and you want to lock your elbows in.
I might have stiff calf syndrome.
Yeah.
How bad is it?
Not too bad.
It's pretty bad.
But now when you're here, so keep palms up. Watch where my head's at, right? And then I have to vary my hands with my wrist, but then 1, 2, 3, 4. But what we're doing is we're keeping constant tension on the upper body. Okay? Are you feeling a little bit? Come on back up. Now from here, just put one hand up, one hand back. Now while you're up here, make a fist, make a muscle. Back out. 2, inhale. 3, inhale. 4. It's about the contraction. You want to really be able to feel it. Inhale, and then 5. Now come on back down. Same thing up over on this side. 1, straight out. 2, straight out. 3, straight out. 4, straight out. 5, straight out.
Yeah, that shoulder is like 500 times hotter.
Okay, you can feel it. All right. So now, what I want you to do, see if you can put your hands this way with your thumb out. No knees. Get up. And then now see from the front of your arms. You can come down and hold.
Yeah, that got the shoulders on fire.
So your hold is right there.
Back forward. What?
Your forehead. Back up. Now, stand up.
Feel it? Yeah.
Put your arms straight out. Reach out as far as you can. Now inhale. Squeeze. Back out. Control.
This one has bad Wi-Fi.
Okay. And then squeeze back in.
Like left, no, I mean it's hard, no issue. Right, I can feel it just turn off at some points. Right there.
I love it, man. That shit is hardcore.
Now, hands down here, stand back up there. Back again, and hang home. Lock that further. Hold yourself. Don't be afraid to wiggle around a little bit, move a little bit. Because remember, I'm trying to elicit constant tension to slowly stretch out in some balance. You're not going to be able to target that shoulder where you're doing 12 reps. You have to do this before you go there. You know, you're always saying you got to be 135 before you go to 225. You got to be able to do this before you're going to be able to really train that shoulder.
It's like not recording a Zoom.
Yeah.
You gotta warm up. Holy moly.
Now slowly slide down your finger. When you get to your fingertips, try to find that as much as you can. Breathe within the nose, out in the mouth. And then come back down. Now we're going to do one more. Back down. Now this time I want you to go back a little bit, keeping your elbows locked, okay? And then go a little bit wider, and then come in. And then let's try to go down to a slow push-up. And then up. Now remember, we're not doing chest here, we're doing shoulders. But I still want that tension. Okay? Now, go back now. 5 up to 4. So, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Now, stand up.
Yeah.
Put your arms straight out. Reach out as far as you can. Now inhale. Squeeze. Back out. Control.
This one has bad Wi-Fi.
Okay. And then squeeze back in.
Like left, no, I mean it's hard, no issue. Right, I can feel it just turn off at some points. Right there.
I love it, man. That shit is hardcore.
Now, hands down here, stand back up there. Back again, and hang home. Lock that further. Hold yourself. Don't be afraid to wiggle around a little bit, move a little bit. Because remember, I'm trying to elicit constant tension to slowly stretch out in some balance. You're not going to be able to target that shoulder where you're doing 12 reps. You have to do this before you go there. You know, you're always saying you got to be 135 before you go to 225. You got to be able to do this before you're going to be able to really train that shoulder.
It's like not recording a Zoom.
Yeah.
You gotta warm up. Holy moly.
Now slowly slide down your finger. When you get to your fingertips, try to find that as much as you can. Breathe within the nose, out in the mouth. And then come back down. Now we're going to do one more. Back down. Now this time I want you to go back a little bit, keeping your elbows locked, okay? And then go a little bit wider, and then come in. And let's try to go down to a slow push-up. And then up. Now remember, we're not doing chest here, we're doing shoulders. But I still want that tension, okay? Now, go back now. 5 up to 4. So, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, down. Now, ready to try this. Invert your hands here. I want you to invert your hands here so you're folding. And this is going to be another slow, static stretch.
And doing the cardio that I wanted. Is it hot today, or am I just out of shape and fat?
What's that?
Is it hot, or am I just out of shape and fat?
It's hot, and yeah.
Like both.
Yeah, no, it's definitely hot. And then when you go this way, just another way to stretch.
So that's to move both sides of the shoulders.
Static stretch. So, typically you do, 5 to 10 seconds on one side, 5 to 10 seconds on the other. But give yourself, like this. Yep.
Are you full hanging or no?
Full hang. So you just kind of imagine you got tension here, and when you think about all this, it's a different type of resistance because you're hanging. Most people don't know, and I had to learn this because when you can't push, you have the hang or swing. So for instance, when I'm training chest, I can't do a lot of movements like this because my elbow. So I've had to learn different ways to do tension on the muscle to that target.
Wow,
Okay. Now, follow up, we do this up here. Do start skinny cat. So you're inverting the hands, okay? Just like a gymnast move, right? And it's one of my favorite moves because you're stretching the shoulder, stretching the chest, and with your shoulder.
No, all you.
All you. You're just going to have to bring your feet up a little bit.
Yeah.
And you just want to kind of rock a little bit like that. Crazy.
My back, so I crack 100 times.
Yeah. Try that.
Here we go. Here.
Yep. One shoulder with like a little one there.
So, all the rest of all those.
You're going to lean forward a little bit. You're going to feel the touch of shoulder and whoa. So watch what I'm doing.
No, like it.
You got to, when you're up there, you almost bring your feet up and lean forward.
You're really leaning.
Yeah, you want to bring your feet up and lean forward.
Oh, good. Holy crap.
So you're getting tension. Woo! From there, feel one hand. Go. See if you can just hang on by one hand. A little bit. Nothing crazy.
Kind of going like this.
Hold them up in there.
I don't know if that's wrist or forearm. There's some tweak in this grip. Next movement.
All right, let's go here.
What are we thinking?
It's all like 7 and 8 count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Down the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Breathing is the guy.
Yeah, that's what, listen, you're starting to experiment with my marathon muscle method. I'm taking cardio, oxygen, breathing, central nervous system, mind muscle connection. Once you master this, and your body's ripped and shredded, and your core is tight, that can go to your heavier weight, and you're putting on lean quality tissue. Everybody thinks they want to pack on a lean quality tissue. I'd rather get you ripped and shredded like a wrestler first, and then when we start gaining from there, it's all pure solid gains.
System first.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, you can set me down. This is kind of like a different type of move.
Okay.
You want to start light because, see, we're really kind of partially doing this right now because, like, I'm just showing you different, like, movements.
I'm going to be sore.
But I'm showing you different movements, but I want you to know this is like 10% of the work. Like the way, like, if you ever come here and I was going to actually go through the whole flow of it, you would understand it. You know what I mean? So, like, for instance, and a lot of the reason why I like doing cables is because it really, you're not getting a lot of this with barbells, right? When you're doing a cable, like this is almost like you're still getting some unilateral movement. So you got that bad shoulder. If you're doing a barbell,
it still shows.
You're still favoring your good arm, right?
Yeah.
With this, it's, you're still having to, and then what I want to do is having you do, you're going to go down and like a roll up. Yes. Inhale, do that, you're holding it grab right. Even then, going narrower, you're hitting like muscle and nerve barbell come down here, rotated, stretching. And somebody that wants to be, that guy who wants to be lean, have an athletic look, you could still do your heavier type training. You want to do this to elongate the muscle. Then as you come in here, heart rate's still up. The way to get more reps is through the proper breathing technique. So now when you're going down here, look at that far range of motion. Start with no weight, 30 pounds.
So you're starting about here.
The weight to come down. First stand. Now I just want to get comfortable. Inhale, exhale. Comfortable breathing and moving. Inhale, through the nose, out the mouth. Remember, this is lightweight. Give this constant tension. Then this is like a rough thing. You can do that. Do this. I want you to inhale here and then throw it up. Down, in, up,
Stretching it.
big move. Inhale, exhale, down, down, bring it up, turn around, down. What do you do? Maximize here, you hit a little bit of tricep. Head like this, then your big try. Now hold it at the top. Now, a little bit more narrow. Go. Inhale, inhale. Big back around the way you did. Now, be comfortable. I focus right here. Big circle, big half circle. Inhale, inhale. There you go. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, they're
The yellow one. How you really tap it in the book. Hello, your favorite animal? Oh. Now, one more try to interrupt the extra time.
holy cannoli.
There's like a list of co-ops, the Great Lakes, that's on a big one.
Back out right there. It's a different style, but also it's one of the ways that over the corner. This is the type of workout that you can, once you get to your ideal size and shape, this is how you maintain it, stay fit, flexible, muscular, without having to put your body under a lot of heavy stress.
Pump is higher than me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like
literally the super.
Yeah.
feels a little irresponsible.
What's that?
It's supposed to be a little more hurt right now. Alright. Like the pump is good, but I don't feel like I can get chiropractic.
You got to learn to train around that shoulder. I mean, you can't go in there banging out.
And I don't feel the only thing I feel are effective train. I've got shoulder press. The thing is, I'm doing behind my head. When you're saying go tighter, I don't know if it's like a mental thing, but I immediately try. You're like saying military press, and I'm sending a signal that says use my shoulders. And these guys are like, we got it.
Right.
That's my.
But on this move, you're working the delt, but not. Once I put together and I show people this marathon muscle method, okay, I've invented it. And it's a different sequence of exercises that there's a theory behind it. You're trying to keep constant tension. You're trying to build up tension in the muscle. And then once the muscle has enough nerve tension built up, then you go into a particular movement. But the problem is not necessarily like a blood flow pump. It's more central nervous system activation. So a lot of times,
spiritual pump.
yeah, the spiritual pump, exactly. So a lot of times you might be thinking there's a difference between a blood flow pump and a deep nerve pump when you're tapping down to the nerve, right? And that's where when you start feeling that like dull achiness, like when you're training calves, abs, and forearms, that's what I'm trying to elicit on other parts of the body. So that's how you're able, for people that are like the guy that we saw, hey man, how do I get my upper body so lean? Well, you're not going to do it by doing 8 and 12 reps. That'll build size, right? But then when you actually want that like athletic muscularity, you got to sometimes keep the muscle under tension for 2 to 3 minutes. So you're not going to be able to do, 250 reps.
So you don't think Tom Platz is crazy when he says do 50 reps of squats?
No.
Not crazy.
No.
Even if he's wearing business clothes in the squat rack.
Yeah, well, he's a little crazy as it is.
Yeah, like.
But a lot of who's trying to preach didn't have some merit, But not everybody's going to go in there and be able to squat 225. But if you're injured and you got aches and pains, and whether you're 30 or 40 or 50, and you still want to be in the gym, biggest thing you got to do is check your ego at the door, because you can't train the same once you've had an injury. So this method of training, even if you've never been injured, is effective to develop good muscularity, good athleticism, good muscular endurance, which then translates into good flexibility. Because when you're using heavy weight, 8 to 12 reps all the time, you lose flexibility. You start to then become more injury prone. You're putting the excessive strain on your joint, on your ligaments, on your tendons, and after a while, I'm living proof. I did that shit to the point where I beat my fucking body into the ground.
And that's when secret things like the kratom turns into painkillers, turns into drinking, and then you lose all the gains that you were building.
Right. Then it's like, okay, well, I can't go back and train the same way that I trained before. How do I train now? So through injury comes innovation. And so that's essentially what has resulted with this new version of the marathon muscle method.
So you're going full stretch here. Triceps are weak.
You build up, you get to the point where you're just about ready to got it. That Arnold Fox spot.
I got a blue ball myself.
And then you got a blue ball. So now, doing more is necessarily going to be better. You got to know when you've tapped out and
I think that was tap.
Yeah. Once you blow your wad, you're you don't want to don't think more is more. You've done it right and you've had the build up properly and you've done the pre-fatigue and you've done the pre-tension work, then you're really able to.
This hurts right now.
What's that?
Holding this hurts.
Then we did it right. Grab that.
Beautiful day in Ohio. Is the weather better here or in Florida?
It's probably like Florida weather right now. It was like 90 degrees there last week and hot and humid. Now it's kind of the same here, although you don't have the same intensity as the Florida sun. You know?
So what about, okay, so right now we're mid-June. If this was mid-December, how different would the vibe in here be? And how many people would be at least 5 to 10 points higher body fat if it was December?
Oh yeah, no, everybody would be in here just, training heavy, sitting around, taking 10 minutes rest between sets. And really probably more people in here because there's nothing to do in Cleveland in the winter other than work out. That's why if you are looking to train by the seasons, it does make sense to come to Cleveland because you want to bulk up in the winter. It's easy to do. And the only thing is now with the summers taking longer to get here and the weather being a little shittier, you're all of a sudden literally we're 2 weeks out from the 4th of July as of Friday. And I'm already like, dude, are we at the middle of summer right now? And I feel like I haven't even started my summer.
Summer.
And I like to try to train to get in a little bit better shape every summer just to the summertime. And so I feel like I haven't even got started.
Responsible bulk this winter. That might be your task. You might need to show people how to bulk without diabetes being a risk.
Well, I'd want to bulk on a lot of good ethnic.
Swenson's.
Kielbasa, pierogies. Unfortunately, a lot of low protein quality foods, but I'll have to make that up.
You'll have to figure out.
With amino code and protein powders and stuff like that.
You're going to have to get sneaky with it.
Anybody doing this with abs, if you're a man or a woman, you should only be on your knees for one reason. And that's all I'm going to say. But not when you're training fucking abs. So what you got to do, and I've invented what's called the standing rope. So I would like for this to be up a little bit higher, but I'll have to make do right now. So essentially, instead of being on your knee or your limiting range of motion, I want to be completely to articulate at the waist. You're literally bending at the waist, and I'm keeping this tension right here at my forehead so that I'm actually pushing down on forehead. And it's allowing this mass traction. You got to sustain the breathing. Like Mr. Miyagi said, the reason that breathing is so important training on my marathon muscle method is because if you do not breathe properly, you will fatigue out and you will not be able to work out. When you get to the point where you got to start getting more reps and you got to keep going, if you're not breathing properly, it's going to be impossible. So I typically do 25 like that, and then to balance it out, you pull that all the way back. Variations of that, really the main core is doing it. You're all in here. It's like